So my friend Joe and I took a break from coding at the IBM garage the other day, and we were walking towards the park when we ran into our buddy Patrick. Patrick, Joe and I are all developer advocates at IBM, but Patrick lives far away and we don't get to talk to him much, so we thought, let's grab some coffee to talk about some of the projects he's working on. I invited him back to my place because I have a really nice French press and it makes really good coffee.
So I suggested, why don't we just go to the coffee shop on the corner? It's really close and it's pretty good. But Remko was really serious about using his French press at home.
Joe, as usual, was being very difficult and unreasonable. I have a perfectly good French press at home. It's brand new, and Joe wants his Corner Street garbage. I told him, you don't want that garbage. We can have better coffee for all three of us for the price of one cup. French press is better.
French press.
French press always has been better, and it always will be better.
I mean, Remko was really adamant about trying his French press, so I thought, yeah, whatever, let's try it. Let's just have some good discussion that's not about coffee.
Hey Joe. How are you, Remko? Oh man.
This is very awkward. I don't know if...
Is it too awkward?
Well, it's stupid. I can't... Normally you face people you're talking to.
This is the couch.
How's the coffee?
Yeah, the coffee's good. Good, thanks.
It is pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Homemade. Nothing beats homemade.
So, you're working on some Watson wrappers for ReactNative. What's going on there?
I did. I'm excited about it. I don't know if anybody else cares, but I've used the Watson APIs a ton, and I'm wrapping the SDK with an iOS and an Android SDK for Watson, and I'm wrapping them for ReactNative component so they can be used in the ReactNative code. And what I've found so far, I've only wrapped 3 of the services so far, but this is the easiest usage of the services through the ReactNative components that I've done anywhere else.
Oh wow.
Text-to-speech all with one command, voice play, doing a visual recognition, zip up the photographs, send them in. Like it's way easier than doing the REST calls. It's way easier than using the SDK natively. It's making it super simple.
So which services have you wrapped so far?
Right now, just text-to-speech, speech-to-text, and visual recognition. But I'm going to get to doing all of them. And then I've also done client sync for both Android and iOS.
Right. So tell me a little bit about that because I was pretty excited to see that actually.
Yeah, that's the big offline first thing that everyone is excited about now. Which is, so Client Sync lets you have a local database which you talk and communicate with, and then behind the scenes, it will, when it can, it will update the remote database.
When it has a connection.
When it has a connection, and you can also schedule it. You can tell it how often it wants to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you only ever talk to your local database, but behind the scenes, that thing will be updating the remote database, and so it makes it do the
So how does it work? So every single app, every single new user that's using the app, you create a separate
you don't have
cloud
to you don't have to do anything. But once you've set up the Cloud database and you're using Cloud Sync, it will create a new database for every user that you have. Now, I think that's one of the problems is how do you then merge all this data together into one database so you can do maybe you want to do some kind of report on it. I'm not really quite sure how you do that. I know that you can. But it makes it very easy to have a local database that then gets updated remotely without you having to do anything.
Right. Yeah. I guess you can use something like Kafka to merge all the data into a new storage, maybe.
I don't know. I know that they have some way to do it. I just don't know what it is.
Right. No, but that's neat. I like the sync one. That's been neat. And you just use one line of code, or how do you integrate it into the app code?
Well, once I had created the ReactNative component, in the JavaScript, it does become very simple. Just a couple of lines and you're done. Mm-hmm. You don't know that behind the scenes you're actually all this Objective-C code that you have to run. Yeah. But I mean, if you guys look at this ever, you'll see that the ReactNative components make everything incredibly simple. Then you go look at the actual native component the person has to write, and you're like, oh, that might be kind of a pain in the butt right there. But then in JavaScript, I'm just calling one function.
Yeah.
And all this stuff gets done for you.
That's nice.
It is nice.
Yeah. Well, what's the name of the package?
I'm calling that one RN sync. Okay. RN is kind of how you prefix your own components. So RN sync and then ReactNative Bluemix.
The Bluemix one is for the Watson?
That's for the Watson. Okay. I should have named it Watson, but my idea was that it might have other services in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe I'll change the name.
All right, cool. And anything else you're excited about coming up in the future, or what you're working on?
Well, there's not, I can't say them stuff I'm working on, but ReactNative is in such active development, and people have started creating killer third-party tools for it. Redux is fantastic. That is how you manage your one-way data flows, use your store where all your state is. Redux Persist, which just handles all the storage of your state. So when you start your app back up again, it has all the data there from before. And then that thing is going farther with Redux Migrate of how to do data migration from one release to the next. There's just so many tools around ReactNative.
Yeah.
And each tool makes me become a better developer.
Yeah.
Having to think about the concepts and the ideas and like, oh, crap, this is really cool. What does it mean?
Yeah, it's a really vibrant community, very active. Cool. All right, well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
All right, thanks for the
coming.
uncomfortable setting.
Yeah, you're
It
welcome.
can get worse.
I know Remko, it does get worse.
All right, so cool. Thanks. Cheers.
Umbrella.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah. Salute.
Use a little whiskey in here next time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whiskey would be nice.
a little cream.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, how's it going?
Yes, hey, Remko.
How's your coffee?
Good.
So let's talk some tech, huh? You and I, with Joe. Sorry.
You have a creepy look on your face.
How's it going?
There you go.
Make yourself comfortable.
Trying to.